Okay, so my next question. So Palak, tell me about yourself. It is just the question to start the conversation, to break the ice. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shraddha and I make videos on life in Germany, and today I have Palak Lakhani from another YouTube channel, and he makes video on studies related programs in German universities, and he has covered all the programs in detail and he's covering more in future. And as you guys keep on asking me that I should cover this course or what about this course, so you can go to his channel and I will link it in the description. Do check it out. It is very informational and very in-depth detail of all the courses that he has covered so far.
Thank you.
And I hope that you will like it, and please don't forget to subscribe as well, because he will be covering more and more courses which will be very beneficial for you if you are planning to take admission in those courses. So do check it out, and yeah, thanks in advance. Yeah, so today's video we are going to cover about the telephonic interview in German companies.
Exactly.
So whenever we go and apply for the internship, it is mandatory to face 1 or 2 telephonic interview, and then they call you for personal interview. And Palak has faced many telephonic interviews because he has done many internships and also done jobs as well. So I thought that I should interview him and give you all the information that is necessary about the telephonic interview, how to face it, how what to do, how to prepare, and how to impress the companies, what they are looking for exactly. Because I have experience, but I have just given 2 telephonic interviews and that's it, and I was selected in both, so I don't have
But of course you can share your experience also on the channel.
Yes, I will share with you my experience as well. See how beautiful this city is. People are enjoying back, and there are so many tourists here looking at the city from the lake side or from the river side. So my first question for you is, how is your telephonic interview experience so far? Was it good? Was it bad?
So far I have had almost 9 telephonic interviews, and out of those 9, 4 were for full-time jobs or internships, and 5 were for part-time jobs. So in full-time jobs interview, they were from really renowned chemical companies. Like one was from BASF, another one was from Dow Chemicals, third one was from Domo Chemicals, and fourth one was from Wacker Chemicals. And all of these companies are really renowned, so the telephonic interview was really like of that high level, you know. Because in telephonic interview you don't speak directly to the technical person, you speak to the HR person. So with HR person you don't have to show your technical skills, but you have to show your conversational skills, and that too in German.
So yours were all German?
All were in German. All the interviews were in German.
That's really amazing, because mine were in English, so I can say that I don't have experience with German.
Maybe you can share your English experience and I can share my German experience. So that was my case.
And were they really all technical at first place, or were they normal conversational, or what were they like?
None of the interview was technical in the first place. So like, let me tell you the process, how it works.
Were there 2 rounds?
There are always 2 rounds. So first one is telephonic interview. In telephonic interview you are usually asked the questions which we will discuss in later on in this video. And if you answer all those questions in detail, that too in a proper German, in you have to convince the HR person, HR manager, you know, that you know German, and you can survive in the company with your German skills, and also you can explain all the technical things in German, which is really difficult, because the German which you learn in any class, you take in Lingua or VHS or any school, they don't teach you professional German.
Yeah.
They teach you Alltag German, which you are going to use in your day-to-day life.
Yes.
But the German which you need for the interviews is really technical German.
It's professional.
Exactly, it's professional.
Yeah.
And like one of the questions I can mention now, and it was really difficult to answer that question, and they told me to explain my entire bachelor thesis in German. And that too in very short, you know.
Okay.
They told me that I give you 5 minutes.
Okay.
Explain your entire bachelor thesis in German. And that's it. And then I had to speak.
Okay. So that was really a challenge. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So telephonic interviews here are like this. Either you give it on telephone or you give it on Skype. It doesn't matter. But usually the interviews are like this.
But you have to prepare for them.
You have to prepare.
You can't be spontaneous
for
them.
No, you can't be.
You shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You shouldn't.
And
be
also, you should never consider this interview different from the face-to-face interview. It's not different. It's the same. The mistake that people do is that they think that it's telephonic interview and no one is watching me from the other side of the phone, and they wear shorts and they are giving interview. You know, whatever you wear, what activities you are doing, it really matters what you are going to answer or what you are going to speak. You know,
it's your mindset.
Exactly.
Your mind is casual.
Yeah, your mind is casual. So even if you are giving telephonic interview, be professional. Wear each and everything and be very professional.
So that you can feel it.
Exactly.
Oh, that is really important. Because you know what happened? I thought they sent me a link of Skype, so I thought it's gonna be a video interview, like a video call. But I got to know that it is only Skype call for telephonic interview.
Exactly,
I did not know.
It's never a video call.
I did not know, and I was completely dressed up, and I was like, oh, but the camera is not working, and they were like, it's a telephonic interview, and I was like, oh shit. Then I said, oh, I actually got dressed up for this interview, and they were really laughing, and it was kind of funny, but it was like how serious I am for that. And I thought
maybe that would have made a good impression on the HR.
I don't know, but I did not have any HR round.
Okay.
Mine was completely with the people I have to work with.
Okay.
So within first round.
That happened with me when I went to Fraunhofer. I did an internship in Fraunhofer, and that was directly with the professor.
Yes.
I didn't have any HR round.
Yeah.
So that's also possible.
Yeah. Okay, so you have answered that your all interviews were in German.
Yeah.
So no question for that. What was the first question that you get asked straight away?
The first question is usually, tell me about yourself.
Yes.
And there are many ways of asking this question. They tell you like, could you please walk me through your resume? Or second question could be, please describe yourself.
Yes.
Or third question, which is generally asked and which was asked to me, mention something about yourself which you haven't written in your CV.
Oh.
This is really important.
Really important.
Because what you think is that you have to write each and everything in your CV.
Yeah.
Which is not the case.
Yeah.
You have to leave something for the telephonic interview.
Okay.
You should never mention each and everything in your CV.
Okay.
There should be something which should motivate HR manager to ask you in telephonic interview.
Okay.
If you mention each and everything in your CV, he will have nothing to ask you on telephone.
Yeah.
What he will ask you?
Yeah, that's really important point. Actually, I did not know of that, and
And you know, you won't believe what the HR interviewer asked me. I was like shocked, you know, because the German Lebenslauf, which you get from Europass, it's usually of one page. It's never bigger than 1 page, you know.
Yeah.
And in that Lebenslauf, there is nowhere mentioned your hobbies.
Yes.
Okay, you don't write your hobbies in your Lebenslauf
Yeah.
usually, because the space is less, and you think that I have to write many other important things.
Yes.
And the HR interviewer asked me that you have mentioned that you have so many publications and everything, but you didn't mention that what you do in your free time. And she asked me, what do you do in your free time? Explain me in German.
Yeah, so that is kind of a space you have given for them to, because I have also realized that they are not advised, or we are not advised to write our hobbies in the CV. It's not of their interest. If they are interested, they can ask you, and if your hobbies are really of something which is useful to them, then of course you should.
Because sometimes, you know, hobbies are like that it's better not to write them. When some people write watching TV or hanging out with friends,
chatting with friends.
That's not hobby. Hobby should be like you should have some kind of hobbies which adds value to the job you have applied to.
Yes.
If you don't have any hobby like that, it's better you don't mention it.
Yeah, true. Okay, so my next question. So Palak, tell me about yourself.
That's the question you are usually asked in the HR interviews.
Yeah.
And so in this kind of questions, what you can do is that you can mention your past experience if you have.
Yeah.
But usually students like they continue their studies, like they do their bachelors, they do their masters.
Yes.
If they have done their PhD, then their interview is different.
Yeah.
But after masters, usually you don't have any experience to say,
Yeah.
So in this case, you can mention your internship experience or your voluntary internship experience because you don't do every internship to get paid.
Yeah.
Sometimes you do some internships where you don't get paid, but that's equally important.
Yes.
So you can mention these experiences. And the another thing which people usually don't mention in their CV is they write a short word. So for example, people write that improved customer service, but they don't mention any statistics.
Yeah.
So if you write it like this, that increased customer service response rate for each quarter by 10 to 15%.
Yeah.
It tells the company how much focused you are and how much attention do you give to each detail that you mentioned in your CV.
Yeah, and it shows that it's true fact.
Exactly.
It's a fact. It's not just a made up or catchy word to catch attention.
Exactly, yeah.
It is something that is true.
Yeah. And as I mentioned in my previous point, that you should mention some hobbies or at least one or two hobbies which adds to the job position which you applied to. So for example, you can also mention a hobby like this, learning a new skill.
Yeah.
So it can also be a hobby.
Yes,
you want to learn something.
Developing yourself.
Yeah. So it tells the HR manager or the interviewer that you are ready to learn each and everything and you are ready to face any challenge that you are given.
Yes.
And that is really important.
Yeah.
Because what you learn in your academics, you don't always use that in the company.
Yes. Yeah.
First you will have telephonic interview and then you will have on-site interview.
Yeah.
And in on-site interview, when I will talk about that, in the fourth point of on-site interview, you are told about the job that you are going to do in the company. So, because you are going to do something new, you are going to do something which already the company is doing.
Yeah.
You are not going to give your value to the company.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you have to mold yourself to their maybe benefits.
Exactly.
What they are looking for, and you can't say that I know only this much and I can't learn new things.
You can say that I know only this much, but you have to say that I'm ready to learn anything that is asked to learn. That is really important.
Yes, of course. So, that is really important.
So when you tell about yourself, it's really important that you follow this rule. It's called elevator pitch.
Okay.
So elevator pitch is like, for example, imagine you are going in an elevator and you meet your boss in an elevator.
Yeah.
And somehow that he's the boss from the company I always wanted to work, from the dream company.
Yeah.
And you are given just 2 minutes. During that elevator time, you just have 2 minutes to convince him.
Okay.
How will you do that?
Okay.
And the only way to do that is to prepare very short, concise answers, point to point answers for each and everything that you are being asked.
Yeah.
So never exceed 2 minutes or more than 2.5 minutes for telling about yourself.
Yes.
Because that's being detailed. Anyone can tell answer in detail.
5 minutes, it gets boring.
Exactly.
You are talking about yourself, no one is interested.
Yeah.
It is just the question to start the conversation,
exactly.
to break the ice. Of course, to break the ice. And nobody is actually looking for really big answers.
Yeah.
They are just looking for to the point answer. Why did you come to Germany? Why this course?
Yeah.
Why did you apply to this company? What are your key subjects that you're studying, so that they can get
exactly.
more
And these were the questions which I was asked.
Yeah. so that they can ask you
Exactly.
further questions.
Yeah.
So from your first part, they get
And
the
if you bore them in the first part, then he will lose interest in asking you anything else,
Anything
further.
else,
So
yes.
it's really important, especially in Germany, because they value time. You know
Yes.
how much they value time,
cut to cut,
Yeah.
dot.
So
Exactly.
it's always important to be precise
Mhm.
and always have a short or a concise form of answers
Yes.
in front of you when you are speaking,
Yeah.
and that will really
And
help.
practice.
And practice. Yeah, practice is the most important
Most
thing.
important.
Because you are facing interview in German.
Yes.
It's not in English.
Mhm.
So in your mind, you are thinking in English, you are answering in German.
Yes.
And while answering, you are also thinking what I have to answer.
Yes.
So it's going to be really difficult. So what I did was, like, I never used to do this, but my mom suggested me that it's advisable to face
Practice.
yourself in front of, stand yourself in
Mirror.
see yourself in mirror,
Yeah.
and then speak. What you are going to tell to
Yeah.
the HR interview,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's really
That's
important.
what I did. Actually, what I did for the interview was I prepared what points I have to cover. Not like everything you can learn.
Yeah.
Then they will come to know that you have mugged up, learned things, and you're not naturally speaking. So I just jotted down the points that I have to cover, and every time I just see the points and I create my own sentence or make my own sentence, and I did it 4-5 times. And also I practiced it in front of my computer. I recorded the video. I still have that video. And I recorded it and I listened to it, what is needed, what I have to,
Exactly.
what is not right, or here I'm not sounding good, or I can change this word to this word, or this is the better, or this is boring, something like that.
And
You
this is
get-
really important. If you
Yeah.
see yourself in the video,
Yeah.
and if you feel your video boring, you cannot expect the other person to feel it interesting.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
really important.
Yeah.
So
That was really nice. And when I finished the interview, you know what my manager said? He said, yours is one of the best interview I have taken in my life. It was so nice and well prepared. How much time did you invest on preparing for this interview? And I was like, really, should I tell it? And I was like, from the day I got interview call, I've been preparing some or the other thing. I am searching about the company. I am looking for what values they have. It is important.
It's important.
They ask you, or even if they don't, you should know what values they have, why you have applied. Maybe because you both have same values.
Yeah.
You can say, at least if you know something, you can mold your answer. You
Yeah.
can create something which is of their interest. So that's how you act smartly.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know it, but still you make it up so that it sounds digestible, it
Yeah.
is interesting, and
Exactly.
it is kind of okay, you know something
Yeah.
about the company. You're not just here just because it's a good company.
Yeah.
You don't
True.
you don't have to say it's a good company, it's a well-known company, that's
Yeah,
why
I
I
mean,
have applied.
people know that it's a
People
good
know.
company,
Yeah, that's why you have applied. But
Yeah.
what made you apply? Why this position? Why to this company? That and special answers always get attention,
Yeah.
impress people. Otherwise it is a plain answer.
I mean,
What
if you
impression would
take
it
an
give?
answer from Google and if you speak in front of the HR, he knows, that
Yeah.
because people do that.
Yeah.
But it's
Not
always
only you, others are also
others are
Googling.
also Googling.
Yeah.
And it's always important to be spontaneous and to
Yes.
be honest.
Yes.
Honesty is the
Best
policy in anywhere. I mean, and it's most applicable in Germany.
Yes. Yeah. Next question for you is, what other questions you have been asked?
And that's it. So that's the entire
I'm
process.
scared now. It's so much. It is
And
so much.
one more
like-
thing which I didn't mention.